Hello, Final Fantasy fans. I've been playing Ever Crisis lately, and I just got to level 30. I'm not sure where everybody else is. I didn't follow the beta. I haven't really been like watching other people. I watched Umbra do like a tier from some Japanese websites, but he wasn't as far along as I was that day, so I just got Tifa to level 40. That unlocked a ton of stuff. And then level 50, there's even more, but I can show you that in a minute. I'm gonna unlock some stuff for Tifa. Okay, back to Tifa. Oh no, I can't really get any of that. Even with that run. Woof. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like a little bit further on. Looks like the character level cap is 50. So this is the rest of the 45 stuff, right? If I had any more shards for Cloud, I could get more magic, more limit burst, or more attack. I'm not getting this so I don't automatically spawn here. This one here. Could get it, but I don't want to yet. So I can stay on that other page automatically. And then, as you can see, it actually ends here. And this is all unlocked at level 50. And behind that, you're going to see 2 more limit burst upgrades, just a ton of other stuff. Let's see, 25, 50, 75, 95. Oh, wait, what the fuck? 125. 145, and then with these, are these each 30? Looks like it. So 245 shards required to get the spaces between 40 and 45. So there's going to be a lot of shard farming between 40 and 45, which is what I've been kind of afraid of. Doesn't look like there's like a ton, a lot, and depending on how events go, because these events really filled out stuff for Tifa and for Zack. There's a lot of ways to get shards. So let's talk about like just gameplay, how to get the things that you want. So these are the guide missions that I was talking about, and he wants me to go through First Soldier, and I'm not sure exactly what it's guiding me to, but I've kind of taken a little bit of a diversion for a while, maybe.
当然の結果だ。
Do your daily quests, also do daily missions, collect all the missions you can. You're going to get a ton of mission rewards. Enhancement, weapon quests, all of these are increased drops for now. So go ahead and do as many of those as you can. Another one that I often do, I'm building up experience because you get certain rewards for leveling, or you get shards for leveling characters up. So that's been nice. That's one way of getting their shards at least. There are 3, so these premium quests, you can do 3 of these per day. And what I recommend doing at first is just going through and clearing all the ones you can for the initial clear rewards, which are pretty big. And then once you've gotten all of those and you've unlocked all of the next ones and you've cleared all the next ones that you can, start going back and farming every day for the 3 characters that you want to play. Use, or maybe, I think you can probably do one of these 3 times if you just want to go really heavy on one character, and you can farm for any character shards in the game 3 times a day. Battle Tower. So the further you can get down in the Battle Tower, you'll see the rewards for these are just shards, 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 until you get a little bit, further down. You have to get through a bit, because at first it's just only the boss fights that do shards, and then it's like all of them, and then they just start getting ridiculously hard. I mean, oof, look at that. At least you only need X. Cool. And that's gonna be the Astral Iron Giant. That's the one that Cloud fights in the draw. Story quests are neat, and these are a thing that I need to do more of. I completed Cloud's story quest, or at least this part. There's probably going to be more codes, I guess, especially since this is episode selection, you know what I mean? But these are really cool at fleshing out parts of the story that kind of get glanced over or mentioned or kind of summarized, but we never see because we weren't there. This gives us the chance to be there and fills in those gaps in a beautiful way that I hope continues, and I really look forward to this content especially. And I need to do my Tifa and Aerith. And then for dungeons, so one thing I picked up, I'm going to show you some builds and some theory crafting on building in a bit, but I had to clear a number of these crisis dungeons. So after clearing a number of these, I ended up with about 1,000 of the exchange medals, and that allowed me to pick up Lightning Breach. Now, what I was talking about with Red 13's weapon that's on the summer banner is that it has a lightning breach effect, but I can put this on a supporting character and have them lightning breach an enemy and then hit it. It does the same thing, so I figured that was pretty cool, but you have to beat about 5 or 6 of these before you've got enough currency to get one of those. And there's 3 of them, so it's worth farming for, but you only get, I think, 3 of these a week, and you need these dungeon keys to do the crisis dungeons. But pick an element, I guess, and whatever you can play to best, I guess. Because that could be a real good enabler for an elementally based team, and you have it in those 3 basic elements of Final Fantasy VII. Co-op, by the way, if you need a quick injection of the blue stuff, matching with people, much like you can do in War of the Visions and multis, matching with people for the first time is going to get you free crystals. Events. So this has actually been really good for leveling up weapons. just because the mission rewards have been the grindstone chunks, and those are really effective at leveling stuff up. But I also want to mention that in addition to a bunch of these parasols, which eventually give you the max super polished beach parasol of Oblivion. Now that looks impressive. But there were 10 gacha tickets, 50 memory shards for Tifa and Zack, the beach outfit of Zack, 100 Zack specific weapon parts. So this is going to be about half an overboost for a max rarity piece of equipment of my choice of Zack's. I got nano cubes, genome pods, and then I just grindstone chunks, and then I just started buying everything. Really, the thing that I'm grinding for now is the rest of these beach parasols, and that's all in watermelon. So as that's happening, I'm eating away at everything, because you get watermelons in the or the float lifesaver. You get the lifesaver and the watermelons at the same time. So as I build up to get these last two beach parasols, I'm chewing through the rest of the stuff in the shop, slowly but surely. You've seen what the advanced, like what the highest levels of character growth potentially look like. Let's talk about synthesis. Okay, so you need Ruin or its physical counterpart, Ruin Blow, in each of the 3 glyph types. I'm trying to get those at level 3 each. I get a lot of level 2s, and you can guarantee level 2s with decent statting on them. But I've been farming for level 3 or above, and so far I've got 1, and it was a level 4. But I've already gone through all the elements in both physical and magical iterations where possible. I have a Ruin Blow that I just said fuck it and went ahead and got it up to level 10, even though it's only a 2-star Cura, because of course, great supportive heal. It is a single target, unfortunately, and a little bit of a mind screw for some people. Same for Fira. Ruinra. Yep, this was the X Ruinra. Thundara. So as you can see, oh no, I got a Ruinra Blow that's circle. Don't have access. I don't have a recipe for Quake Blow yet for whatever reason, or Arrow Blow. But I have all of that elemental stuff. This is the Lightning Breach. And that's all the rest of the stuff. So I've got most of the farmable stuff done, but not really leveled up. And to level it up, really I'm just throwing it all the bad materia for the most part that are happening from synthesis. And then for weapons. So I'm trying to focus mainly on 3 characters. Again, I'm focusing on Zack. He's going to be my debuffer. I'm focusing on Aerith. She is going to be my magical DPS and primary healer / support. And then I'm going to have Cloud, who is going to be my hardcore DPS. So we're looking at stuff like Cutlass, which is going to be the physical defense break, which is going to enable Cloud's damage and potentially also Zack's damage. He's a good physical attacker. He's also a good magical attacker. And in fact, the Beach Parasol has a strong magical attack on it. So in addition to that, the Arc Sword has a magic attack break that will enable the Umbrella or the Parasol, but also enable Aerith as well. So he can break either one and or both if he's not wearing the Parasol, but it is, I mean, look at that. So you need a total of 10 copies of a weapon after you've picked it up, 11 pulls to get it to its maximum rarity. So that kinda sucks that technically I'm nowhere near done pulling for the Masa or the Marasame. But it is still incredibly powerful, especially now that I've gotten it up to level 70. And I plan to level 70 more gear, but it's really a grind to get that equipment because the 3 of run is 20. It is actually the same amount as the previous genome pod. So once you can do it, the level 2 genome pod is actually way more efficient because it also drops the level 1 stuff. In fact, you can kind of build for a level 70 and upgrading a level 50 to a 60 at the same time. But really what you want to think about is how teams work together, how limit breaks, especially once you take secondary limit breaks into account, switching those parts out, and then supplementing with materia what you can do and what you want to do. And there's not a lot yet because they don't have even Final Fantasy Remake levels of materia diversity for sure, even though the weapons are quite diverse and bring a bunch of interesting traits into the battle, much like Remake did. But at the same time, there are a lot of things that you can do, and for a lot of characters you can go a number of different directions. There's like a number of different classes that you can kind of define from their gear, and let me show you some of my preferred or some of my favorite builds. Okay, so this is my favorite. You could also use the arc sword on Zack, either as his primary or secondary weapon. If you use it as his secondary weapon with the beach parasol, or as the primary weapon with the beach parasol secondary, it will actually increase the damage that the beach parasol does, which is pretty cool. And in that case with the arc sword, you're enabling Aerith's damage. So throw Lightning Breach on Zack, allow him also to break for lightning resistance. So first turn he's breaking either magical or physical, then he's breaking lightning, so he's your breaker. And then you have Aerith, who hopefully, I don't think that Aldo put this on her, but hopefully she's going to have Thundara, so she's going to be dealing heavy lightning damage. And then with the Marasame Cloud, it's going to be doing a lot of lightning damage himself. So basically you're trying to get either or all of your power up as far as you can. I'm also doing a bunch of single target stuff and having Aerith just kind of go full healer. So for Cloud there are a couple of other options. And really there's a lot of options. Like, this is just one build, right? This is what I went for because this is what I pulled and what I was happy with, right? The Apocalypse. This is apparently a pretty strong attack. But a lot of characters have barrier buffs, or like barrier and healing. This one actually has a single target heal. This is one of the this is probably one of the most sought after secondary. Oh, wait, is it Ruin or Smash? No, really? Ooh, this one hits all enemies. It's off the Iron Blade. Blade Burst, Mythal Saber. That's fun. I like that one. That's a strong heal. I thought this one broke defense. And maybe it's a like it will in its 5-star form or something, but anyways, that's the sought after one for Cloud, because you break defense and then you just, you know, lightning strike people to death. But I haven't pulled that yet, so I'm not using it for him. And then for Aerith, I think this is probably one of the preferred builds for her, especially her as a healer, This rod gives us Kuraga. And this is a really... It's not as powerful, actually, as the heal I just showed you on Cloud Sword. But it hits everybody, and usually hits for a little bit below what her limit burst would. So it's a pretty strong functional heal. And then also the Mithril Rod is bringing in Saving Grace. And Saving Grace is going to increase physical and magical defense, and also it's going to give a very small heal. So that's going to be about 1/8 of the healing of Kuraga. And like I said, hopefully she gets Thundara. And he has a lightning move so that he can take advantage. Cool. Yeah, 4-star stuff. Okay, so we've got the beach gear. Oh, the tropical gear. So this compared to his regular gear, which is 4 defense, 4 critical potency. We've got 8 HP boost and 8 magical defense. So he does actually lose some physical defense, but in favor of a lot of magical defense and HP, which is probably all the better. This is a pretty solid piece of gear for him, even if you don't like seeing his nipples. Personally, the parasol's kind of weird. Like, it's a little immersion breaking and just strange to see it. I kind of keep it on for this event, for the times when I do the event runs. I think it's cute then, but outside of that, I kind of want to skin him to have something different for his sword, but... And then Cloud, of course, I'm running... What is this called? Marasame Battle Garb. 5 physical attack and 10... Okay, so physical attack plus 20, 10%. And lightning damage 35%. If I'm that's, yeah, that seems strange. Okay. But as you see, that could be a lot of things. Can I pull more armor and make my armor more armorful? Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. I think I got all the armor from the stamp board. I don't even remember like pulling the armor. But Level 70 unlocks this. Nice, that's very cool. Especially with the Braver, so I'm doing additional damage and breaking additional sigils. Since Braver was basically free, I'm not mad at that at all. So let's bring all of that back together for a fight with the Watermelon Tonberry. Alright. Cloud just deletes them. Alright. Set myself up. And he gets Watermelon Dash. And now that I've set up the defense break, let's get healed back up and going for the kill. Closer with the beach parasol. That pump. That watermelon went down easy. But I mean, it wasn't that hard of a fight. I just thought it was really cool to fight a watermelon tomberry, you know what I mean? Alright. Well, thank y'all for watching. As always, I'm Jackie Fox, and thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know if you are playing Ever Crisis, if you want more content like this. If you came here just for the Ever Crisis content, like this is your first video or something, you know, let me know how you're feeling about the game, how it's working for you, because it's pretty cool, and I can't wait for them to put out more story content. I mean, I guess I still need to grind through some of the First Soldier stuff, but I just haven't really leveled them up, and I've been working on trying to see like what the highest levels I could get things, and it's looking like 50 and 70. So I'm starting to see kind of the top end of the game now, and yeah, seems fair, and it's a fun progression, and I'd love to see where it goes from here. So thank you again for watching, and be sure to check out that link in the description. It's going to lead you to the rest of the Jackie Fox Media Empire all over the interwebs. We've got videos, we've got podcasts, and we've got books as well, in addition to a Discord and Patreon, ways for you to donate and support the channel, just all sorts of stuff. Buy my books. I have a new paperback out, and as soon as I figure out how to get this cover just right, I'm gonna have a hardcover version of that out that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna put the art for that on the screen because I love this art so much. It took me so long to make this, and I love it so much. Alright, thanks. Bye. See you in the next one.